Hi, I'm Danny Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of One-on-One. I'm joined today by Laura Guluzzy, who is the Community Outreach Director for FamilyLink of iKare Corporation. Laura, welcome again.
Thank you.
You have a different hat on this segment before you came representing Belmont and Senior Services and Outreach. So welcome to One-on-One once again, representing iKare Corporation. But you have an interesting gadget concept program that all sorts of folks are using in different ways. So tell us about the FamilyLink.
Well, FamilyLink, Danny, is a communication device that's specifically designed for the senior in mind. It's a way to keep them at home and socializing with their family and friends in their own private network. So we have dedicated software that allows for their own private messaging, photo, video chats. You can share news. You can go in there and get the news. New York Times, I have it up here. You can go back and pick what Reuters, BBC, whatever you need. You want the weather. I plugged in San Carlos, since that's where we are today, and it'll show you your weather. And if you notice, everything I have, radio, NPR, BBC, whatever you need, it's all at the touch of a finger.
And so were these publications and news stations all pre-programmed for that individual, or did it already come with those links on the system?
They're actual links, but some of them are pre-programmed. For instance, there is radio stories that are old radio stories that are in there, as you say, pre-programmed. But as far as going in and getting, let's see, we can go in and get Google. It just loads up and you can type it here if you want, but most seniors we found like to actually use the keyboard because they're used to typing. But there's also a way, if for instance, if you want to send a message to someone, start a new conversation, say I want to contact iKare for some reason, I can either type it in or I can record the voice message too. So you don't have to type if you don't want to.
And that would be important, obviously, with seniors and quality of eyesight. It just gives it so many more options for someone to communicate. And the reason why I asked the question about whether or not these programs are pre-programmed with the system and or you can choose your favorites, it gives the individual and the family some flexibility. So I think one of the reasons why, for example, my mom might be a little bit hesitant to jump on my internet is she just doesn't know where to start. Where just pushing a couple buttons, getting you there is a lot less intimidating than sort of starting with this blank screen and not knowing where to go and having to teach from there.
You're right, Danny, and with the idea that this is a private network, you don't get pop-ups. You don't have to worry about viruses. All you need is a power source and Wi-Fi for this to be on 24 hours a day for your loved one. They come in for breakfast. There's timing set up that you set up as the care partner about when you want the monitoring to occur. And you do that from our FamilyLink network on your own computer. And then you get a graph that will, and activity alerts that actually show you, the activity or non-activity that's going on with your mom. So say she didn't come in for breakfast, you'd get an activity alert sent to your iPhone or whatever device you're using. You simply see what it is, you call her, she doesn't answer the phone, you get someone to check on her. And in fact, our founder, inventor, Gregory Goot, who incidentally used to live in Half Moon Bay, he moved to Virginia to care for his father, and it actually saved his father's life. He had an insulin reaction. Greg noticed he didn't come in for breakfast. He sent the neighbor over, and he was unconscious on the bed. So this is great for that kind of help and peace of mind for the family and loved ones. It's also great for caregivers, geriatric care managers that send their caregivers in. They can be the partner, the care partner, and it makes their job a lot easier.
I love the fact that, one, the device is for the individual. So it's for that senior, for that person that's at home, and they see it as a tool for themselves. In the same token, it's also used as a security and safety device for the family members who are caring for either a senior or looking after, and even for children in that regard. So I think what's great about it is you get to introduce it to your parents without it feeling like, well, now you're old enough, you need the call alert button, or, you know, because I don't think our family members, our seniors, are ever ready to think that they need to be watched, or they need that kind of security, or they need that kind of safety measures. They always feel, I'm fine.
You're right, Danny, and the issue is none of us want to be watched. That's why this unobtrusive motion monitoring device is so important, because it's not seeing them, it's just seeing their motion. And as a gerontologist, I know how important it is for falls management. We're on the San Mateo County Falls Prevention Task Force, and one of the statistics that just came out is one fall cost about $97,000. So with everything involved around it. So, and the nurses tell me, that the ER nurses, that if you get a person into the ER within 12 hours, it's a lot easier to help them get back healthy and in their homes again, rather than 2 or 3 days later. Right. So it's a huge value for that reason. And peace of mind is, if I had it for my grandmother when she was beginning her journey through Alzheimer's, it would have been a lot easier for all of us. Well,
let's get down to the logistics then. So you have this particular monitor, and you had used the example of sitting in your kitchen. So would you then need one in, say, the bedroom, or anywhere that the individual is sort of going to be trafficking, that you need to monitor and make sure that fall didn't happen in the bathroom or the bedroom or the kitchen?
Well, you know, the thing is you can have additional devices in your house, but we have found just using one is all that you need, specifically because it's just following a pattern of motion that they do. And actually, they tend to feel a little bit more watched if it's in the bedroom. So they really like it.
That's that area of privacy.
Yeah, it's so they like it if that it's just helping them. And, you know, as a gerontologist, I know that, you know, just having this small device there to use for fun, and to also keep intergenerational communication going on in the family, the socialization is just huge for our seniors.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So I want to have a live chat with my mom. So instead of calling her on the phone, where she doesn't hear me very well, I can actually chat with her online. Yes. How simple is that?
It's so simple. You go into your FamilyLink account, you set up the video chat, and what comes on the screen here is it'll be a silhouette of a camera, and then she would just touch it, and there you are. So what we recommend is that you do a little email message to her first, that I'm going to do a video chat with you at 10 o'clock tomorrow or something, and then she's ready, and then you can do that. You can set that up with 2 or 3 sisters. You can have more than one person doing it. And I haven't talked about the photo sharing. We have a arrangement with Picasa. So you go onto Picasa's website, put up all the photo albums you want, and you can send them there, and then she could actually pick, you know, which ones she wanted to have here, because this does default to a digital picture frame when it's not being touched.
So how do I get a hold of one of these devices?
Well, that's really simple. You just go on the FamilyLink website, or you can call me, but it's very, very easy, familylink.net, and follow the instructions and purchase it on your card, and it will be delivered to your home. We do recommend that you have somebody that is technically savvy just to come and help set it up, just so they're not overwhelmed. I can do that here in the Bay Area. Our president, Mike O'Connor, is also here, and we have a small office in Redwood City, even though we're based in Virginia. So, and our technical advice is always there. You can take a guided tour online here, and it'll show you everything that you have to do once it's plugged in. Let me just exit that. But Shelley comes on there, one of our marketing people, and explains exactly what I've showed you, how you touch everything. And all you do is plug it in and get the Wi-Fi going and stand it up, and you're ready to go.
Well, Laura, thank you so much for sharing FamilyLink with us. People should know that it's the device as well as the programming. And we look forward to having this in our communities, and how easy is it for us to jump online and order it. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thanks,
and I hope all of you look at this as a great community resource, and we'll see you next time on One on One.